Bountiful produce, quality meats, frozen favorites, and a fresh bakery. These are the qualities of Brothers Market in Sigourney. Brothers Market is proud to serve the Sigourney community and is one of several locations in Iowa, Kansas, and Missouri. For any of your grocery, meat, deli, bakery, or special order needs, shop Brothers Market at 118 South Main Street in Sigourney. Brothers Market was honored at the 2024 Iowa Hunger Summit for its efforts to serve underprivileged and disadvantaged communities. Brothers Market, a piece of the community you can count on.
Come to Helmuth Ford, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shuttler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
Jace Race 2025 is Saturday, June 7th at the North Mahaska Junior Senior High School in New Sharon. The 5K starts at 8 a.m., followed by the 1 mile fun run. To sign up, use the links on the North Mahaska Education Foundation's Facebook page. Pre-registration guarantees you a t-shirt, but you can also sign up the day of the race. There will be some giveaways and first-place prizes. In memory of Jace Carrico, who passed in 2008, the Carrico family appreciates the community's support.
Southern Iowa, it's rodeo time. The 2025 Albia Chamber Main Street Rodeo returns Saturday, June 7th at the Monroe County Fairgrounds. Rogue Rodeo brings us 8 thrilling events, a bull ride showdown, comedy from Ronald Burton, and the dazzling Diamonds and Dust performance. Gates open at 5 p.m. for food, fun, and high-energy action await. Tickets on sale now at albiachambermainstreet.org. Adults $15 in advance, $20 at the gate. Kids only $10. Saddle up for a night of tradition and thrill. Don't miss it.
Neil,
Hey, man, what's up?
you want to do some radio?
Radio? I haven't been on the radio for a long time. But yeah, that'd be cool.
Cool.
Skunk River Radio. Let's get skunky.
The microphones are on. We're going live. Neil, we're live.
Yeah.
Welcome in.
That's a way better intro for me. That way I know.
We're live. Hello.
Instead of saying Mike's going live in 10 seconds, say we're going live now.
Now we are
Microphones are on.
live. Welcome in. Just
Another
morning show. Steve and Neil. I'm Steve.
I am Neil.
He Neil.
I'm Neil.
It's a Monday. Kind of a dreary start to our day here.
I wasn't
In
expecting
southeast
that.
Iowa. Some sprinkle.
Well, I was. I mean, I looked at my forecast last night. Supposed to be a wet next few days.
Is it?
Yep.
Well, we'll get to our forecast here momentarily.
Well, that's what I do when you're sleeping, Steve. I'm checking out the weather.
Well, I mean, you do spend a lot of time in the weather lab.
I tell you.
Before we go any further, weekend. Let's do a weekend
Okay.
recap.
Mine
Recap
is-
your weekend. Do it now.
Mine is nowhere
Go.
near as fun as yours or cool sounding, but well, no, it's not. I mean, you got a lot of coolness in your weekend. Not
really.
Well, some. Anyway, let's see. Pretty nonchalant weekend.
Nonchalant.
Got some stuff done. Was happy about yesterday. It was nice out. It was warm, but I liked it.
Oh, it was a beautiful day yesterday.
Yeah, very, very nice. Did a few cleaning up here's and there's and planning of this and that. And yeah. I
Went to
don't remember
Osky?
Saturday. What was Saturday first?
You went to Osky, didn't you?
Friday, yeah.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, I did. Yes, I did.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
What did
I went
do
to Osky too.
Saturday.
Huh? What was
What did I
Saturday?
do Saturday. Did I wake up Saturday?
Maybe you just zoom through the day.
I don't even remember. I know what'd you do Saturday?
I had wrastling.
Wrestling.
I went to pro. Yeah, you can kind of see just the very beginning right here. I've got my wrestling. I'll just show it. Take
Yeah,
it out.
do
It's
it.
not permanently there, but
Yeah.
went to some wrestling. Central Empire Wrestling. That's probably not going to go back the way I had it now.
Yes, it will.
Maybe it will.
Yes.
Did some ring. I'm ring announcing here. I got to show my. I don't want to expose my belly.
Oh, you'll be all right.
My Central Empire Wrestling T-shirt,
Central Empire Wrestling.
which I was just going to wear by itself today, but
boy,
you know, it's kind of cold out today.
Yeah, again very surprised in this morning's temp.
But yeah, did some wrestling on Saturday night. Had a lot of fun with Central Empire Wrestling. Hadn't done ring announcing in a few years. Got to sing the national anthem before we started.
Yes.
So yeah, it was fun. Fun night of some wrestling. Thanks to Central Empire Wrestling for asking me to be a part of the show. It was fun.
If that went over way too fast because he just sort of spit it out there. Yes, Steve sang the national anthem at the event. Yes. It's on there, Facebook.
It's on my Facebook.
So look
page,
it up.
Yes.
And I even saw Steve yesterday. I was in the mood to start calling out people with weird stuff in yards. So I was just driving around.
Driving around looking at people's yards.
Yeah, pretty much. But as I told him yesterday, I thought he did a great job.
Oh.
And I mean, you remembered most of the words. I didn't see you look down
I had my
too
phone.
many. I know, but you didn't look down at it really all that much.
And I let the live crowd know. You didn't see it on the video, but I was like, I'm going to have the words in front of me because I don't want to screw this up. Because it's like, of course, you don't screw up the anthem.
Yeah.
So I had the words just in case.
That'd have been way funnier if you'd have, asked me, hey, print me out the lyrics. You bet.
Oh,
and say, can you see Grandma's underpants?
So, yeah, sang the national anthem. It was fun.
Yeah.
And then yesterday, did some work. Dealt with a scammer.
Did he ever?
Little scammer.
Little scammer.
Yeah. I was using an online place for, freelance people that do, apps for radio stations. That's also something that went up.
This ain't a radio station.
I know. This is not a radio station.
What are you talking about?
But I saw something.
That's probably how you got scammed.
What?
Well, they're thinking, what is going on here? We can get this guy. He don't got no radio station.
Or do I? So, yeah, I was talking to some... Well, all right. So it started off, I went to this website. I'm not going to name drop the website because I don't want to bash them because it's not their fault. But it's a place for freelance people that do, jobs like making apps and tech stuff and different things like that. And I was like, oh, okay, this person sounds like they could be all right. And then this person wanted to have they put themselves off as, or they build themselves as a woman.
What was her name?
Kendra K.
Kendra K.
And the picture was of this bigger black woman. I was like, oh, I can deal with her. Yeah, she looks fun.
Because if it's some white skinny dude, you're out.
So I was like, and then Kendra K was wanting to have a phone call via WhatsApp. I've never used WhatsApp, and I hear it's kind of sketchy.
Well, it's for when you don't have a phone plan, but you can get Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
WhatsApp will work for you because the kids will do that sometimes.
So I was like, oh, I suppose. And I'm not much of a phone conversationist anyway. I mean, Neil knows. If I talk on the phone, you get to the point and you get off.
Yeah.
It's like...
Yeah, there's no, hey, man, how's it going? Yeah. What do you want? I was just...
Because we see, if I want to talk to somebody, I'll see him in person.
Right.
I'm just not much of a phone person. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'll talk to you. Well, Kendra K, the big black woman with the afro, ends up being some dude.
And not even...
With some sort of heavy, I don't know if it was some sort of African accent, some sort of accent, foreign accent. And I'm like, immediately, no, this is total scam. So luckily I had paid this person a little bit of money in advance to get the project started. Thankfully, the website that I was working with canceled the order, refunded my money.
That's huge.
Thank God.
Because that would have been a real kick in the pants.
So, yeah, total scam. So I dealt with a scam yesterday. But yes, in case you missed that little video, scroll back through the Facebook newsfeed from last night. You'll see what the little project that Neil and I have been teasing
See, he really hasn't told me much.
for a while.
I
mean, on the video, I asked, you were there. I asked you if you wanted to get back into radio.
Yeah, but I was like, well, sure, cool.
We're going to do a little radio thing.
Oh, what's this?
So just so you know.
Oh.
And we won't go any further than that.
Nope.
We still have to save some details
Yep.
about what everything is. Nathan Connor is in the comments. Hello, Nathan Connor.
Good morning, Nate.
What's that? Let's go to our sponsors. We do thank Brothers Market in Sigourney for being our headline sponsor. Savings are made simple. I need to remember to get in there. Hopefully they still have that meat bundle
Till
thing
the end of the
going
month.
on. Okay.
Yep, till the end of the month, Rick. I
We
believe
need to
that's
get
what
in
Rick
on
said
that.
last week. I do too. Honestly, that's a great deal. Yeah.
So they got that great meat bundle deal going on. Savings are made simple. ShopBrothersMarket.com for digital coupons, earn rewards, deal of the week, shopping deals, and more. Also, you can get their Brothers Market app, smart way to shop. Download it, use it. Brothers Market in Sigourney. We thank them for being our headliner. And Osky Dental sponsors our studios. Is Toothy here?
Wow. What's happening, my brothers?
Yo, Toothy.
I was hanging out with my homies, the incisors, over the weekend.
Oh.
Yeah, they're a wild bunch. Man, they tear stuff up. Get it?
Tear it up, yo.
Get it? Incisors? I gotta go.
All right, see ya.
Get out of here, Toothy. Because it sounded like you were about to lose it. And we can't have that.
One-liners with Toothy.
Yep. I did think that one was funny of his. Incisors tearing it up. Oh, boy. Osky Dental. Schedule your appointments with Dr. Schuster. Dan, to be exact. Accepting new patients as always. They'll file your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta Dental provider. 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. Look them up or give them a call. 641-673-4 to the 8. 4-5.
4 to the 8 to the 4-5,
see,
yo.
I mean, Toothy got me in that mood there. Like, he must have been...
Gangsta.
He was ganging it up over the weekend.
Yay. Speaking of Osky Dental, Dr. Dan will be here in studio. He liked it so much the last time he was here, he's going to be hanging out with us again on Friday.
Really?
So Dr. Dan, maybe the internet will actually stay steady this time.
If it
last time
doesn't-
he was in, the internet cut out.
Yeah, if it doesn't, or if it does that same thing again,
It's
he's
a
from the
sign.
Matrix.
It's a sign.
Yep.
Yeah, he's from the Matrix. Neil, do you have your running shoes on?
Yeah, let me
Can
go get
you run over to the weather lab quick? Here we go.
him. Here we go. Whoa. Well, that was weird.
Yeah, it's kind of a new intro.
Yeah. Forecast brought to you by the Garden Gate here in Sigourney, 105
small
South
print.
Jefferson. What? Yeah, it's because it's huge.
Lots of information.
Oh, I really, really wish I would have
Chance of
pre-read
rain
this.
at this point in the day, a chance of rain at that point in the day, and then a chance of
Okay.
rain over here.
So let me see here. A chance of let's just read it together, folks.
Okay.
A chance of showers with thunderstorms also possible after
Also.
2. What's also? Where was the first part?
Oh, it says a chance of showers with thunderstorms also possible.
Oh, should be a comma there, maybe. I don't know. Chance of showers, maybe thunderstorms after 2. So apparently we're done with the rain this morning. Cloudy, a high near 67. Breezy. Oh, man, I was hoping the breeze would, kick down a little bit. More rain likely tonight. Possibly a thunderstorm before 7. Then showers and thunderstorms likely between 7 and 9. Then showers, possibly thunderstorms after 9. What? Okay, see, I need to get this earlier in the morning and rewrite it. I don't like this at all. Today, there's a chance of showers, 50% chance, a high of 67. Tonight, rain is possible. Throughout the evening, overnight, possible thunderstorms, be on the lookout. Rain chance of 100%. Rainfall amounts possibly 1 to 2 inches. 55 for a low. That's just through tonight, guys. Tomorrow, rain. High. It's going to be breezy again tomorrow. But you know what? Breezy, showers, possibly a thunderstorm, but high of 69. The haze.
69.
Whoa! I said that, and you know what just popped out after
What?
that? Like 69 degrees. The hay, and I was going to go somewhere.
The haze.
Wow.
Is the haze going to make a return on this radio thing?
I believe he's going to have to.
All right. Popular demand.
Chance of showers on Tuesday night. Chance of showers Wednesday. Wow. So last night I was looking up a few things on National Weather Service.
Yeah.
They claim between now and Wednesday that we could be seeing, in some parts, upwards of 4 to 5 inches. So that's a little too much, too quick, in my opinion. What else could you possibly say? It's a wet forecast, everybody. But thank you, Garden Gate. Oh.
By the way, we're definitely not done with the rain yet today. Radar is still showing some showers and some thunderstorms moving through southeast Iowa. So, yeah, more rain this morning.
It's going to rain,
today.
guys.
Yeah,
it's going to rain.
Rainy weather sponsored by the Garden Gate, proudly serving Keokuk County and the surrounding area for 28 plus years now. So, trying to look outside, trying to see if it's raining right now.
Well, it wasn't.
I can't tell. Let's go to our This or That. Our This or That, sponsored by Stacy Flynn, Legacy Insurance Group, and Welcome Realty in Sigourney. Are you a minimalist or do you have cozy clutter?
Oh, I've never been called either of these things. I don't know.
Are you
what
a
they
cozy
are.
clutter?
I want to be a minimalist because that sounds like bad.
Minimal.
I'm a minimalist. I could be a minimalist. Minimalist. Is that
Minimalist.
Is that what right? Minimalist.
Hello, I am a minimalist.
I don't talk very good sometimes, but when I do, I get the point across. I am a minimalist. What about you, Steve?
I like the minimal. Unfortunately, every once in a while, some cozy clutter sneaks up on me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely.
And then it makes it not so cozy. I'm like somebody that would be a minimalist, but with dust.
With dust?
With dust.
Oh.
Because I don't like to dust and vacuum.
I believe that.
So,
I don't believe that you're lying at all.
Minimal stuff, but dusty.
Covered in dust. That's the coziness. That's the mixture you get.
Now, if I had clutter and dust, that would be a bit much for me. So
with the clutter, you don't notice as much dust,
and it makes it look. It gives it more of a feel, to
antique-ish.
It, yeah. You need some dust.
Pre-war era.
Let's go to our question of the day. It's sponsored by Amy's Salon House and Spa. She's located at 202 North Main, Sigourney. What could you talk about for 30 minutes with zero preparation? If you were put on the spot, you were at a college class or a conference of some sort or a church.
Oh, well, that changes my topic.
What could you... Neil, they'd be like, Neil, get up here. I need to use the bathroom really bad.
Uh-huh.
What can you talk about for 30 minutes unprepared?
That's a good question. That's a thinker.
What are you an expert at?
Nothing. I'm hot, but other than that...
Hotness? How to pick up the chicks?
No, apparently I'm not that great at that either.
What could I could talk about pro wrestling. Old pro wrestling.
True, definitely.
From the 80s and 90s, I could talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about radio.
True.
I could talk about Steve Shetler Media. Those would be my go-tos.
The only thing that keeps popping in my head are chicks. Is that all I think?
Chicks. Like chickens.
Sure. I can't wait to see people's answers. If there's anybody in the comments today, what could you talk about for 30 minutes? You'd think I'd come up with something because we do this for 2 hours every morning, but...
Yeah. Now, me and you together, I'm sure we could just fill all sorts of time.
I would, honestly, for 30 minutes, I would go old school and just talk about stories of the past.
Stories of the past.
Different encounters and things that have happened throughout my life.
That brought you to where you are.
I wonder if Nathan is still in the comments and still listening right now, because, I could bring up, good stories. Nathan being a part... I believe Nathan and you were a part of one of my favorite stories I like to tell. So,
is it tellable on this
not
format?
At all.
No, all right.
Not at all.
What does it involve? Let me at least give me the inside
Getting me home
clues.
one night.
What's that?
Getting me home one night, and Nathan wanting
I
that.
already know. What was going on there? Whew. Huh.
Well, anyway.
Do the Humpty Hump. Let's go to our For the Fun of It tournament. It's cereal for the month of May. We're into our final week of the tournament.
This is... What?
Brought to us by Savage Energy on the north side of the Sigourney Square. Get in there for something to drink to get you going today on this Monday morning. Lucky Charms against Honey Nut Cheerios. Honey Nut Cheerios.
I thought they already were in this.
Yeah, kind of making their second appearance in well, it'd be their third appearance overall, but it was a mistaken identity here the last time.
Right.
Lucky Charms, and it's not really working out all that well for Honey Nut Cheerios.
See?
You can get your votes in before 6 p.m. Scroll through my Facebook feed, check out the post, give thumbs up for Lucky Charms or a heart for Honey Nut Cheerios. Huh. Lucky Charms is leading right now. Pretty decent-sized lead.
I was wondering from the beginning of this tournament if some of these cereals, not just Lucky Charms, any of the cereals with marshmallows.
Okay.
I can't stand them. Personally, there is not a cereal out there with the marshmallows that I like because the marshmallows taste like junk.
But they're just like little balls of sugar.
Yeah, but they're so crunchy at times, and I don't like that. I don't know. Some people don't like aluminum foil sound or steel wool being ripped apart. Me, biting into a marshmallow is miserable. But I
even like for cocoa and like those types of marshmallows.
They better be good and soft.
Well, yeah.
But see, the Lucky Charms marshmallows don't get soft.
They've been sitting in that box for how long?
But I wondered if, honestly, the ones with marshmallows might be the dark horses.
Well, Lucky Charms might just be that dark horse. My goodness, Lucky Charms against Honey Nut Cheerios going on right now. Winner moves into the Final Four. Lucky Charms.
I just got lightheaded.
Well, don't pass out over there. Cheerios is awaiting the winner of Lucky Charms and Honey Nut Cheerios. So, the battle of all Cheerios is probably not going to be taking place unless the bee can make the comeback. So, from here we'll go to Frosted Mini Wheats. The most, as far as I'm concerned, the most boring matchup that could possibly take place in this tournament.
Why? Who's
Frosted Mini Wheats and Honey Bunches of Oats.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Snooze fest.
What would have been worse would have been like Cheerios against Corn Flakes or something like that. Corn Flakes wasn't even good enough to make the tournament.
You'd have thought they would have. But.
So yeah, that's what's going on with the. Did we look at that? Did I bring that over yet?
Nope.
Okay.
I was watching.
My bad.
No, it's all good.
Got so caught up in noises and things that I forgot to bring that over.
Yeah,
so far, Cheerios and Frosted Flakes are in the Final Four. Looks like Lucky Charms will move into the Final Four and then over to the Mini Wheats and the Bunches of Oats.
Mini Wheats.
All right, that's what's going on there. Let's bring us back up on the screen on this Monday morning, 7:24. We don't have any guests today.
I got somebody in my eye.
You just stuck with Neil and I and whatever is in Neil's eye.
Somebody. I think I got her.
All right, well, good. Let's check out what's happened on this date in history, May 19th. Let's go back in the Wayback Machine. That's what we should call this portion of the show. Portion of the show.
The Wayback
Machine. Wasn't there something on KRNA back in the day? They had some sort of show.
Did they?
Flashback.
Yes.
Flashback. What was that? It's like a weekend show. Flashback.
I'll have to look that up.
Huh. Yeah. All right. So on this date, flashback. Wayback Machine. The very first electric firearm.
What?
Was patented back in 1857. Wow, they just barely had to have electricity back then.
And it was an electric fire alarm?
An electric fire alarm was patented 1857.
Did they even have fire trucks yet?
I don't know.
I mean, honestly, was it still what is wrong with us today? Horse-drawn, rigs.
Maybe it was a bucket brigade.
Bucket brigade, but
1857.
how many places had electricity?
Fire alarm.
Wow.
On this date, 1884, the Ringling Brothers Circus opened.
Oh, cool.
1884.
Ooh, that's older than I would have guessed.
Should we run off and join the circus this summer?
Ringling Brothers and
Maybe.
I
Give this a break for a while and just join
no,
the
I'm
circus?
telling you what. Maybe back in the day when circuses seemed like just pack her up and head to the next town. Nowadays, to be in the circus, like you got to be an athlete.
You have to do crazy things.
Yeah, and I'm not okay with that.
I could be like the guy with the top hat.
The ring announcer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll be the dude.
Come and watch the flaming motorcycle riders and the steel ball of death.
And I'll be the idiot thrown into the steel ball of death. Or crammed into a little car with a bunch of midgets.
Come and watch the bearded lady with her flea circus that lives in her armpit.
That's gross.
Anyway, 1884. Ringling Brothers
Cool. You ever been
Circus.
to the circus? Like Ringling Brothers?
I'm trying to think.
I
I've
went
been to
once.
some decent circuses,
Yeah.
but I don't know if it was actually like Ringling Brothers.
Yeah. I have once.
Okay.
Yeah. It was cool. I got one of those hats.
Top hat?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was in my 30s.
Last year?
Last year. 20s? I don't remember. It don't matter, Steve. You're always
Circuses are fun.
They are.
Poor elephants, though. They get beaten behind the scenes
Oh, yeah, and used.
and abused. 1921,
Beat behind
on this
the scenes.
date in history, Congress passed the Emergency Quota Act. Well, I can't. Yeah, again.
I don't know what it is.
Emergency Quota Act.
What is going on?
The Emergency Quota Act,
Yeah.
which at the time established national quotas for immigrants entering the U.S.
Oh.
What happened to that?
What
Evidently-
happened to that?
Joe Biden just must have ripped it up.
Dude, easy.
We can't talk about Joe.
Easy.
Well, we're going to talk about Joe coming up in things you need to know.
Right, so.
Of course, news on him came out yesterday.
Yeah, so come on.
On this date, 1926, Thomas Edison spoke on the radio for the very first time. Breaker, 19.
Thomas Edison spoke on the radio?
For the very first time, 1926.
Oh.
Skunk River Radio coming through.
Huh.
Breaker. Today, on the National Day calendar.
Oh, yeah, today.
I might need some help. I've only got 3 days on my list. It's National Devil's Food Cake Day.
Sounds good.
You like the devil's food cake?
Yes.
Satan! Cake,
Satan?
cake of the devil. It's National Roadie Day.
Really?
That'd be kind of...
I wouldn't mind being a roadie if it was like Metallica. I would do that day in and day out. I would totally be one of their roadies.
you'd be Lars
You
Ulrich's
bet I would.
right-hand
I
man.
would carry them drums in for him and be, here you go, sir, master,
Here's a new drumstick, sir.
king.
May I have another?
Yeah. When you drop that one, can I have it? Because I'm going to sleep with it.
Can you kiss it for me?
I'm not that bad.
Can I kiss you?
Oh, come on. I wouldn't, maybe.
Just on the cheek and on the butt. National Roadie Day. So, and then it's National May Ray Day.
Devil's food. Let me see. National
What is
May
that?
Ray. Let's
Yeah.
look that one up.
Rays of sunshine.
Celebrates the bright sunshine, warmer weather with just a slight breeze to cool your skin. Get outside and enjoy some spring weather.
Yeah, get out there.
If your name is Ray or May, this is your chance to use your name as a way to get outdoors and soak up some sun. So the rest of us, we're screwed. After all,
You're kind of screwed today anyway.
right. And after all, this spring holiday is all about getting out.
Okay.
That's a weird
May Ray
Day.
You got any other good days over there?
So you had Devil's Food Cake, Roadie. Boy, some of these are horrible.
Maybe that's why they're not on my list.
Yeah, I mean, there's just nothing else good. Huh. And apparently I lost one page I was following that came up with all kinds of weird ones. Oh my gosh. National Coconut Torte Day.
Torte.
Torte. What is that? Torte?
Sure.
Torte.
Whatever you say.
Yeah, none of these are worth talking about that I'm seeing.
All right.
Okay.
That'll work for
Devil's Food Cake. It's the day of Satan cake.
Satan cake. Hey, let's take a break. It's 7:31. We're 31 minutes into this show. Just another morning show. We're live and local. Again, we're always right above Barnwired here on the south side of the square in Sigourney. So we'll be back with more right after this.
Keokuk County Medical Clinic is your one-stop shop for healthcare. Our behavioral health providers offer a wide range of services to help you reach your goals. We have multiple family practice providers who see patients of all ages for acute and chronic care. Through a partnership with Bloom Pediatrics of Ottumwa, McKenna Bond, ARNP, is here on Wednesday and Friday mornings to give your child the special care they need. Libby Dasso, PAC, is here for all your rheumatology needs. Jack's Corner Drug is located just down the hall for your convenience.
Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Osky Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Osky Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Osky Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Osky Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Osky Dental. Neil.
Hey, man, what's up?
You want to do some radio?
Radio? I haven't been on the radio for a long time. But yeah, that'd be cool.
Cool.
Skunk River Radio. Let's get skunky.
Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa. It's more than a drugstore. They offer framing, merchandise like collectibles, a gift shop, crafts, college gear, and more. Plus cards, candles, and a whole lot more. Mahaska Drug is open late and on the weekends to fit your lifestyle. For more than just a drugstore, call 641-673-3439 or stop by Mahaska Drug at 205 North E Street in Oskaloosa. Mahaska Drug. It's more than a drugstore. Hey, we do thank Brothers Market in Sigourney for being our headline sponsor here on Just Another Morning Show. We thank Osky Dental for being our studio sponsor. Again, Just Another Morning Show. We are live. We are local here on Facebook and YouTube here in Southeast Iowa. Kind of a dreary day starting us off on this Monday.
You know, though, I don't mind it. Sometimes the rainy, dreary days, they're sort of good days to catch up, reflect.
Oh, take a nap.
Take a nap.
Good day to take a nap.
Oh, yeah, I love sleeping in rain. I mean, hearing the rain, not out in the rain. That's
like
horrible.
With rain pelting you in the face.
Yeah, that stinks.
Hey, you know, we didn't talk about, didn't recap Friday and Saturday for Steve Shuttler Media. Friday, we had Jared Benson in on our Iowa Music Showcase. That was an unexpected surprise.
Yeah.
A pleasant surprise.
Man, yeah, I enjoyed that.
He's good.
Yeah.
And a really nice guy.
Super nice.
Kind of a solid, down-to-earth guy. So, Jared Benson, if you weren't there, you didn't see the show, I would recommend going back and watching it just to hear him sing.
Oh, yeah.
And check out his music online on Spotify and Apple and wherever else you get music. So, Jared Benson from up around Fort Dodge.
It was interesting because as Steve even mentioned going into that show throughout last week, you know, he didn't even know Jared very well at all other than just a few communications back and forth. And you always get a little bit nervous, you know, because, boy, I hope this works. And hope he doesn't come in playing Slayer, you know, or some Motley Crue or something, you know. And, that was, once the show started, he was ready.
Yeah.
It was just great.
He was a natural. So Jared Benson, solid guest. Look forward to having him on again in the future.
Yep.
Let's see here. And also on Saturday, we had the sports section. We talked to, let's see here, North Mahaska Girls Golf. Had some of the lady golfers in on Saturday morning. And then we also had Sigourney Junior High track, both girls and boys. And, we had a state champion. I can't remember her name. I think Olivia was in. And she's one of those girls that ran hurdles.
Oh.
Didn't do it. I think she's either in 7th or 8th grade. Didn't do it until this year. Had never done it before.
Yeah.
And was the state champion.
What?
From here in Sigourney. So,
Oh.
Awesome stuff. Again,
I bet you she does hurdles from now on.
I bet so. Yeah.
Wow.
And she's kind of very nonchalant about it. Yeah. So, look, if you missed that show, go back, check that out. Sports section, Iowa Music Showcase.
That's cool.
Let's get into some things you need to know. Whoa. Things you need to know. As we hinted at, and as you most likely have seen, former President Joe Biden been diagnosed with what they're calling aggressive prostate cancer, currently reviewing treatment options. So as much as we give Joe a hard time, we wish him the best with that prostate cancer diagnosis.
Man.
Bruce Springsteen. Born in the USA. Bruce Springsteen telling fans in England that Donald Trump, leading a, quote, corrupt, incompetent, and treasonous administration. He kind of, I don't know if you saw that rant or not.
No.
Bruce, obviously, it's kind of, we know where he lies politically. He doesn't hold back on that, and went off on a rant in the concert. Now, President Trump took to Truth Social to address Bruce Springsteen, who he called, quote, a dried-out prune of a rocker. So, I'm sure those two could go back and forth quite a bit.
Well, because Trump wasn't too far off there.
Yeah. Now, Donald also, while he was getting his digs in over the weekend, evidently referred to Taylor Swift as, or he said that Taylor Swift stopped being hot after becoming his enemy.
I don't believe with your guys' age difference, Donald, that you should ever say she's hot. But I mean, it's one thing if we do, but you're on the platform you're standing on. Wow, that's whew.
So Taylor Swift, according
she's
to
not
Donald
hot
Trump,
anymore.
No longer hot, and Bruce Springsteen, a dried out prune of a rocker.
Wow.
Let's go to the Diddy case.
So great.
The Biebs.
The Biebs.
Justin Bieber proclaiming that he is not among Sean Diddy Combs' victims. The rap mogul sex trafficking trial is getting going. So Justin Bieber, a lot of people were kind of speculating, just looking back at old videos and just kind of the interactions that maybe Justin Bieber was maybe taken advantage of back when he was younger.
He ain't gonna admit it if he was.
Well, I wouldn't think so, but he says he says he's not among the victims.
Then he was part of it somehow.
Let's go back to the Trumps. Melania Trump, a bronze statue of the First Lady, has been stolen in her native Slovenia.
Why does she have a bronze statue?
Well, because she's world famous and a celebrity.
Okay.
A thief cut it off at the ankles and then must have taken it home with him. You know, who doesn't want a bronze statue of Melania Trump? I wonder how heavy that thing was.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was like hollow inside or if it was like solid.
Was it 3 foot tall or was it 10 foot tall? You know.
Yeah, walking down the street with the bronze statue over your shoulder. And then Tiffany Trump. I'm not sure who Tiffany is. Maybe she's like a granddaughter.
How many Trumps are there?
There's a lot.
There's going to be Trump in office.
I'm
not going to say that. Wow.
See what Tiffany is.
I was going to say Trump's going to be office for the next 30 years.
Tiffany Trump gave birth to her and her husband Michael's first baby last Thursday. named Alexander. So Alexander, that's kind of a powerful political
Yeah, it
name.
is.
I am Alexander Trump. So what's Tiffany Trump to Donald Trump?
Donald Trump responds to daughter Tiffany giving birth.
Daughter. Okay. So it makes Donald a granddad again.
Yep, daughter 31 years old.
All right. How old is Donald Trump? 70-something.
Gosh, yeah. At least.
How old was he when Tiffany was born? She's 31.
She was born in 93, it said. Wait,
So
no.
she'll be 32 this year.
32, yep. Trump's age. Let's look that up, shall we? 78.
So he was 48?
Oh.
No, wait. She's 31. He's how old?
78.
37.
You're the math dude, not me.
Yeah,
I don't even try.
If
I don't
I'm the
even-
math dude, then we're in big time
Oh, no,
trouble.
I don't even try to act like I'm doing the math. So 47,
U.S.
yeah.
What?
I had to get my calculator out.
37?
47.
47.
Yep.
Okay. I was only off by 10 years. That's how good my math is. U.S. cable giants Charter, which I've never heard of, and Cox Cable are pursuing they've got the urge to merge.
Urge to
Could be
merge.
a $34.5 billion
What?
merger.
Are you kidding me?
A lot of money in cable TV, evidently. Even at this day and age of streaming, cable TV, there's a lot of money there. Charter and Cox could be
Right.
getting that urge. The urge to merge, as an old coworker of mine used to say, on the air. It was kind of unbelievable.
Well,
this will give you a clue who it was. We had a drinking game at work where you had to take a drink every time this person said on the radio. We were all drunk by 8 a.m. No, I'm kidding. If there was a drinking game, you would have been drunk by 8 a.m., I guarantee
because
that.
I was not there for that day.
No, you were not. According to a large study. What's a studi? I don't know. Is it snooty?
It might be.
According to what is going on over there?
My back needs cracked.
According to a large study involving over 85,000 people in the UK, the more steps you take each day, the lower your chances of developing up to 13 different types of cancer. The benefits begin to appear at around 5,000 steps a day. Anything below that didn't seem to offer much protection. They say at 7,000 steps a day, the risk of developing cancer dropped by 11%. At 9,000 steps, it drops by 16%. And then they say anything above 9,000 steps kind of levels off. So get 9,000 steps in a day, and your risk of cancer goes down. So get out there and start walking, people. I fully admit, we sit here on our butts doing this literally I get here, about 6:20, and I don't stand up till probably close to 9:20.
Right.
Yeah, I don't.
5,000 steps is a good number to start with.
Benefits begin to appear at 5,000 steps a day.
I'm a good, solid, I don't know.
I get a few hundred in.
Yeah, I would think. Isn't that worth something?
Yeah.
I don't know.
If it wasn't for the dogs at home and me taking the dogs out a few times each day, my step count would be ridiculously low. I'd be interested to see how low it is.
Yeah, I need a pedometer. Isn't that what those are called?
A what?
A pedometer to track your steps.
A podiatrist?
No,
it could be the PUD.
The PUD?
Pedometer, podiatrist, PUD.
Wow, PUD.
Now, are you a fan? You
of
like
the PUD?
drummers?
Not really. What?
You're a drummer at heart.
Yes.
Are you a fan of Tommy Lee from Motley Crue?
I do like his style of drumming.
Okay. Well, Tommy Lee.
That's all I'll say.
Tommy Lee and his wife, Brittany Furlan, have reportedly called it quits after 6 years of marriage. Friends say the Motley Crue drummer's drinking is at the center of their split. So,
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he was ever able to stop.
no. Yeah, he's been a partier from the get-go.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
Nikki Sixx literally had to die twice to finally figure it out. And I'm not knocking that. I mean, I almost did too. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Tommy Lee, he just,
Hopefully he's able to get it together.
Wow.
2025 WNBA season officially underway over the weekend.
Oh, yes, it was, buddy.
You see some of the highlights? Did you see
Yeah.
anything from over the weekend? Like Caitlin Clark?
Well, see, there was this one game that was really hyped up, and that might have been because it was the old Clash of the Titans. Angel and Caitlin.
There's really only one Titan. That's Caitlin Clark. Angel
Right.
Reese is
She
just...
sucks.
She's just the worst. Just a horrible person.
Wow.
Not a very good player. But Caitlin Clark having a triple-double. And she got called for a flagrant
Oh, yeah, the fragrant flower.
a very flagrant foul.
I said fragrant.
It wasn't that bad of a foul. I mean, she just...
It was an obvious, like, I'm going to foul you.
Well, yeah, because Angel Reese was going up for a layup.
It was, yeah.
She whacked her across the wrist and
Right.
the arm and the ball, and then they made a big deal about it. It really wasn't that big of a deal.
I was watching some after the game, different things, and when they were back with the news, and everybody, when Caitlin was talking about that foul, it came out that actually the refs gave it to somebody else.
Oh.
It wasn't even given to Caitlin. Okay. And this girl sitting right next to her, she's like, whoa, wait. She goes, I wasn't even near you. And Caitlin's like, oh, thanks for taking one for the team. Like, So, yeah, it was a good game.
But, yeah, great rivalry that's been built up there between Caitlin and Angel. But
I think it's cool.
Not just because Caitlin's from Iowa, but she is by far the better player between those two.
Well,
there's no argument.
Yeah.
Let's go to the NFL. Owners will vote this week on a proposal to allow players to play flag football at the upcoming 2028 Summer Olympics. Flag football with NFL players at the Olympics.
So it's like the dream team in basketball. It's like, the Olympics when it used to be people that work hard and come
Amateurs,
from nothing.
like
amateurs coming from nowhere and making it to the Olympics. We're going to pull...
it would just be for publicity and for ratings, basically.
That's not fair.
Flag football with NFL players. That's kind of crazy. Although, I don't know how many players come from out of the country. Like, the only way that this is going to be interesting is if, Russia has a bunch of football players or...
True.
Who could possibly compete against the USA.
Well, who knows? That'll be fun because what if these no-namers, amateurs come out and we're all stunned and think, wow, our guys really aren't playing that hard.
Yeah.
And some Russian dude, I'm
Vladimir Kolov.
Yeah. I must kill you.
Yeah. If he dies, he dies. Let's see here. Buzz from the Royals. The royal family.
The Royals.
Is that King Charles, for some reason, is refusing chemo treatment for his cancer. They're saying he possibly might meet up with Harry later this month. Now, I'm assuming Harry...
that's the one that's
He's the one that's kind of, what'd you say, estranged?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and Meghan.
So that would, if King Charles, in theory, is to pass away, it would be great for them to,
Oh, yeah, I'm guessing
make up
that's why he's bringing it up if he's not doing chemo.
Yep. Alice in Chains news.
What?
Now, I don't know if you saw this. We both like the rock group Alice in Chains. Their drummer, Sean Kinney, has given fans an update following the band's cancellation of their tour. He had suffered a, quote, non-life-threatening medical emergency prior to a May 8th concert, but hadn't given any details. According to Sean, who is trying to keep his health details private, he says, quote, the good news is that I'm going to be fine and I'm going to live.
Oh.
He says the bad news, in parentheses for some of you, the bad news for some of you is that I'm going to be fine and I'm going to live. So having some humor there, poking fun at maybe some people that don't like him. But Sean Kinney, drummer for Alice in Chains, sounds like he's going to be all right. But yeah, Alice in Chains had to cancel their tour because of whatever is going on with him.
I have a sneeze coming.
All right. We'll wait for it.
I think it worked its way back down. Never mind.
Okay. Once you talk about it.
Is that what happens?
You bring it out in public.
Oh, I don't want to sneeze. I hate the feeling of sneezing.
Okay. So Sherry Westendorf, who is a gigantic Indiana Fever fan, says that Caitlin did get called for the flagrant foul. Aaliyah Boston got called for a technical foul.
Oh, she got the technical.
She bumped
after
into
that.
Angel. Yeah. So
wait, so how does that even matter that she bumped into her after the fact? I mean,
I think, and I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah,
I just
whatever.
saw bits and pieces.
But thank you for. Wow, that was. I just now saw your post there, Sherry. Woo! You guys, I got a buddy on the phone telling me what's going on too. Just tell the facts, Steve. Don't go any more than that.
How about Ed Sheeran?
He got red hair.
He's a red-headed ginger. He's sharing. He is sharing that his upcoming song called "Drive," which has something to do. It's called on the F1, the album, which is a companion to the upcoming Brad Pitt film F1. Will feature Dave Grohl.
Whoa.
From the Foo Fighters and Nirvana. Dave Grohl will be on drums. I mean, all right, a lot of drummer news today.
Yeah, this is good. I like this.
Do you consider Dave Grohl the best drummer?
No. Ever? No.
Is he
no.
Like
He's very good.
Top 5?
He's a very good drummer.
Top 10?
Oh, don't make me do a top 5. Maybe.
I mean, a lot of people rank Dave right up there.
I don't.
Anyway. Dave Grohl going to be on drums for Ed Sheeran, which is a strange combination.
I'm gonna start
and then
making
John
my list.
Mayer is on guitar.
Oh.
So kind of a super band?
Yeah. Because John Mayer is really good at guitar.
For this song called Drive. So look for that. Coca-Cola. Seems like they always bring out new flavors during the summer.
Yeah.
They have 3 new flavors for you to try. Celestial Spritz from Coca-Cola. Dragon Splash. And Screaming Berry. Now, they say the only place that you're actually able to try these is at Universal Orlando Resort.
Oh, well, thanks a lot, Coke.
Yeah.
Jerks.
That got me kind of excited. Didn't they have like some space Coca-Cola here last year or 2 years ago?
I don't remember.
It was like, oh.
That stinks, man.
Anyway.
Yeah, we can't even try the
Celestial
Celestial
Spritz.
And then what was the last one?
All right. Celestial Spritz, Dragon Splash, and Screaming Berry.
I would think that Celestial Spritz
A
would
spritz
be a screaming
of Celestial
berry. Yeah.
Florida has become the second state to ban the addition of fluoride to municipal drinking water. We talked about this a while back. Utah was the first one to ban that. We need to remember to ask Dr. Dan about this when he comes in the studio later on this week from Osky Dental.
Do you think he'll give us a straight answer?
I know he will.
Okay.
I actually know his opinions on this
I know
already.
you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Football. More than half of English football clubs, soccer,
Oh, yeah, I
will
know.
be fully or partially owned by U.S. investors next season. So the English folks, what's up with that?
What's up with that?
The U.S. investors owning the majority of English football clubs. Kind of weird. Let's go to Survivor. I watched like the first season of Survivor, and that's been about it. However many years ago that was.
Yeah,
Jane Bright, a fan favorite from Survivor Nicaragua.
Yeah.
That season. I don't know when that was. Has unfortunately died. She was 71. No other information on that. So, Jane Bright, Survivor Nicaragua, dead.
You just like saying Nicaragua.
Nicaragua. It's the one word I can say today. I have butchered like every other word that I've tried to talk. But Nicaragua comes out all right.
Nicaragua.
And then finally, in some things you need to know, last year, nearly 67,000 complaints were filed against U.S. airlines. Now, Southwest had the fewest complaints regarding overall service, while Frontier Airlines had the most.
Oh, great.
Regarding mishandled luggage, Allegiant had the fewest complaints, while American Airlines had the most. So I didn't fly at all last year.
Which one should you go with?
That one that will fly you to places. I don't know or care. I never go anywhere. I'm boring.
Right.
I'm stuck.
Just saying.
I'm stuck doing Steve Shetler media.
I'm just saying, if you had to, we need to know which ones to pick.
Yeah, I have no recommendations.
So,
shall we go to the impossible?
Let's do it.
Today's impossible.
What's the matter?
Question.
You're gonna do what? You're gonna eat a banana during the commercial break.
I am going to eat a banana during the next commercial break.
Okay.
I'm really hungry now for some.
I may use the restroom.
Might break out in the sweats. All right. Today's impossible question. 21% of us watch TV regularly with who? Or would the proper way be
what?
whom? I don't know.
Oh.
21% of us watch TV regularly with who? Think about that. Are you thinking? You're thinking. Think. Good morning to Bubby, Dan, Sandy, Patrick, Dixie, Amber, Monica, Pat, Nathan, Peg, Stacy, Rosemary, Sherry, Samantha, Nancy, Sherry, Eloise, Carson. Good morning to everybody. Thanks for tuning in and being in the comments. Today's impossible question. 21% of us watch TV regularly with who? What do you think? Any guesses?
I would. I'm guessing like if you're seeing someone or married, your significant other. But I'm guessing it's not that easy. So I'm going to say your pet.
Let me hit.
Are you for real?
Let me hit the applause button. Our pet.
Will be no way, because it was in my head thinking no matter what. When I sit down on the couch, Mister's always like, "What you doing?" Oh, okay.
Yep, it's our pet. 21% of us watch TV with our pet. Now, when we watch TV at the Shetler household, 2 dogs, a cat, and the bird are all watching TV with us in our room. So that's where we, in our little living room. I don't know, what do you call it? Family room, I think, is what we would actually be watching TV in at our house. But yeah, all the pets gather around.
Why'd they ever call it a living room? Because I don't have a dead room
there.
I don't have a dead room.
Stacy, our user in the comments, said pets too. I'm
Really?
assuming she got that in before we announced it. So
how about that?
yeah, you guys are on it.
Boom!
On it. Grab it like you want it.
Boom! Shake, shake, shake the room. Boom! Shake, shake, shake the room, Pud.
Pud. You pudbacker. Coming up on 8 o'clock, let's take a break. We'll be back with more Just Another Morning Show after this.
Hi, Clint.
Hey. Hey, Clint, the new lot looks great. Hey, Clint.
Hey. How you doing, Clint?
At Helmuth Ford, our friendly atmosphere is not a surprise. It shows your family.
Hey, Dad. Frank's bringing in his Ford F-150 to get his engine checked out.
Did you tell him that we're home with a lifetime powertrain warranty on new and used vehicles?
Yeah, told him we'd take care of everything.
Great. Come on down to Helmuth Ford and see for yourself.
Why choose Lifetime Dental? The legacy and experience of 30 years. Cutting-edge technology. Advanced education in pediatrics. Orthodontics. And restorative dentistry. A one-of-a-kind experience for the whole family. But most of all, we're compassionate doctors who are here to listen to your concerns and use our expertise to help. For all things dental, think Lifetime Dental.
Stam Garden Center. Transform your indoor and outdoor space with our stunning selection. Visit us today, open 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday, located at 2421 Highway 92, Oskaloosa.
Looking for more than just a job? Find a career where you make a difference right in your community.
What I appreciate about First Resources is our dedication to innovation, always looking for ways to expand programming and offer greater opportunities for our staff and everyone involved.
First Resources staff are amazing. They're committed and they are motivated and they are fierce advocates to help clients meet their goals.
If you're ready to join a team committed to making a difference, apply online and join us at First Resources.
Build it together. Build it with Valley Lumber.
Are you building a new house or maybe wanting to do a remodel? Come check out our showroom at Valley Lumber and Hardware's Eddyville location. Cook kitchen cabinets, masonite interior doors, and more. Not sure what you want? Let us help with the design and layout of your new kitchen or remodel. At Valley Lumber and Hardware, we can help with any room in the house, from lumber for building to shower enclosures, paint, and more. Choose Valley Lumber and Hardware with locations in Eddyville and Albia.
The mission of Essence of Life Hospice is to provide comprehensive, coordinated care to individuals with life-limiting illnesses and to their families, and to support them in the process of death and bereavement. Our goal is to provide palliative care that addresses the physical, psychological, and spiritual dimensions of service for the terminally ill as an integrated whole. We pride ourselves on providing the highest quality care and are on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, visit essencehospice.com. All right, we thank all of our sponsors on just another morning show. Neil, let's go over to the Weather Lab for a look at our forecast.
What a beautiful forecast this is, if you're a duck.
Quack, quack.
The Garden Gate bringing you today's forecast. As always, I'm going to break it down for you, folks.
Break it down.
Today, chance of showers, possibly thunderstorms this afternoon and evening. Today's high 67. Going to be gusty out there, 20 to 25 mile per hour winds. Tonight, more of the same, showers, possible thunderstorms. Overnight low of 55. Showers and more rain possible tomorrow. High near 69, breezy. So, I mean, tomorrow, whatever, it's going to be 69. Tomorrow night, chance of showers, thunderstorms possible again. Cloudy, low around 48. And where are we at? Wednesday? 57. Under mostly cloudy skies. Wow. That just caught my attention. 57 we dipped down to. So another rainy, chilly day on Wednesday. So
I guess we can't complain about it being hot in the studio anymore.
Wow. So yeah, there's a look at your forecast. Thank you, Garden Gate.
A rainy, cooler forecast for sure. Hey, let's take a look at some stuff going on coming up this week here on Steve Shetler Media. That's kind of a cool little logo.
That is very cool.
We're an hour into this show, and I still can't talk. Robbie Michael will be our guest on the Iowa Music Showcase this Friday. He'll be at Barn Wired, live and in person. We always, we do it live. That's the way to do it. That's the only way to do these shows, is live and in person. If it's recorded, it kind of loses its luster. But Robbie Michael, you can be there, part of the live audience. Check it out, live and in person, Barn Wired, 11:30. We usually get done a little bit after noon, so tune in. Robbie Michael will be playing some live original tunes, and we'll get a live interview with Robbie Michael. It's been approximately a year since Robbie's been in, so tune in for that. Watch it live, watch it after the fact, listen to it in podcast form, however you want to take it in.
Robbie Michael, I got to remember him.
Yeah. Saturday, we'll have the sports section, Barn Wired, 119 East Marion in Sigourney. And no guests lined up quite yet. We're getting busy right now. Golf postseason stuff's going on. We've got state track this week. So I'm going to try to snag some of these athletes that are still active in golf and track and get some of those to come in on Saturday and maybe kind of recap their season. So
good idea.
And by the way, I didn't tell you even off air yet, but I do have my summertime host lined up. I'm not going to announce it quite yet.
Okay.
We're going to leave it as a little bit of a surprise.
You brought up a couple options, but I hadn't heard for sure.
Yeah, so I nailed that down last night at approximately 9 p.m. So
well, there you go.
Well, so I think this coming Saturday is Jenny Hobbs' last Saturday hosting the show for spring. She's, of course, done a fabulous job. She's got her own unique way of interviewing, Jenny Hobbs.
Oh, yeah.
And she was actually, at one point Saturday, she was telling a story that actually had her in tears.
Oh, really?
So an emotional sports section this past Saturday. So go back. If you want to see Jenny Hobbs in tears.
Right?
Go back and watch the show.
That's how you sell something right there.
Why was she in tears? Go find out. So we'll have Jenny one last time for this year on the sports section this coming Saturday. And then a new host will be taking over for the summer months. So, yeah.
He doesn't want to tell you, but I will. It's Pat Sajak.
Sajak.
From Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alex Trebek, back from the dead.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That would be weird.
Who else? Ryan Seacrest. Ryan Seacrest going to be in.
No, thank you.
No? Not a fan?
I cannot stand Ryan Seacrest.
Dan Rather.
Well, in the sports section today. So it says here you got you jumped 6 foot.
It's not Dan Rather. I lied.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
We were kidding about it's not Ryan Seacrest either. No.
If you're getting
Ryan
Seacrest,
I don't want to get anybody's hopes getting up.
Well, don't worry. I don't think they thought it was Ryan Seacrest.
Let's take a look at our community calendar. It's sponsored by Enchanted Events. They are located just south of Sigourney off Highway 149. And for, weddings, graduations, reunions, whatever you got going on, book it, Dano, at Enchanted Events. Get a hold of Mel or Chelsea, and they can take care of things. Now, you're going to see a lot of advertising for the next few weeks for the Jace race. Get your running shoes on. You know, those shoes that you wear to run over to the weather lab.
Yeah.
Maybe you can run or walk the Jace race coming up on Saturday, June 7th at the North Mahaska High School in New Sharon. 5K starts at 8 a.m., followed by the 1 mile fun run. This has been going on for several years now. It's in memory of Jace Carrico. So the Jace Race 2025 on June 7th. You're also going to be seeing some advertising for the next few weeks for the Albia Chamber Main Street Rodeo. That's also on June 7th. So you can maybe run the race in New Sharon.
Yeah.
Saturday, June 7th in the morning, and then rest up and go to the rodeo in Albia that night. It's $20 for that event. So a lot of stuff going on that day. See here, also on the calendar, here in a few weeks, about a month away from the 2025 KEF.
KEF.
What was that one song back in the day? KLF. Something called the KLF.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Remember that?
No.
You'd remember it if you heard it.
Oh.
The KEF golf outing is Saturday, June 21st. Legos Acres. Not Legos. Lagos, I think is how they say it.
I don't know for sure.
I don't golf, so
I don't.
I think it's Lagos.
Try to pronounce it because I'm not sure.
Lagos. 11 a.m. It's the 26th annual Kyoto Educational Foundation golf tournament and raffle. So a nice fundraiser for that. So those are some events coming up on our community calendar. Before we forget, let's do some birthdays.
Oh, hey, that's a good idea.
It's that time of the morning for some birthdays. Happy birthday to you.
To you.
Happy birthday. God bless you.
Happy America.
There you go. Do it.
Hometown Real Estate bringing you your birthdays.
Yeah?
Who's with Hometown? Nikki's with Hometown. Nikki Leathers, that is.
You talking Nikki?
Oh, I'm talking Nikki, the broker, owner, realtor. Yeah, she does it all. I'm not sure why we're trying to sell you so hard today, Nikki, but that one's for you. 641-295-4142 if you want to get a hold of Nikki for any of your real estate needs. Birthdays on the Hometown side. Catherine Severine Fox.
Remember her?
No, But why is the name familiar?
Catherine was on the Iowa Music Showcase probably a year and a half ago.
Oh, my.
She was long hair.
Oh, that one.
Fiddle player.
Oh.
We did out back on the patio.
Yep. Okay.
So, yeah,
Well,
super
happy birthday.
talented musician, singer, songwriter.
Happy birthday, Catherine. Happy birthday, Mark Whitrock.
Also works for Osky Dental.
Oh.
Mark's a cool guy.
Maybe you could snag me a toothbrush on your birthday, Mark. He probably don't know Toothy. Toothy runs with an elite group. Also, I did have one on my side. Today's birthday, Tyler Copeland having a birthday. So I guess I picked the right hat to put on this morning. Happy birthday to you, Tyler. Celebrity side, David Hart. No way.
Wasn't he Good Morning America or something?
Yes, he was. And, I mean, I remember that as a kid. That was my first intro to, like, wow, these people are just doing that, like, live. It's weird.
Here we are.
I really did not know he was still alive.
90.
90 years old for David Hartman, the TV host. Pete Townsend from The Who? From The Who?
The Who.
Oh, The Who. Oh, okay. 80 years old.
Who are you? I'm Pete Townsend.
Pete Townsend. Grace Jones, actress, 77. Not positive if I know who Grace Jones is.
She's a black lady with a very unique look.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
If you looked her up, you'd know her.
Okay. One of those things. Oh, yeah. Archie Manning, 76. Football. Not just football. Revolutionized football. The way he could carry a ball was unbelievable.
He threw it. And then he had two sons.
Oh, yeah? Well,
Manning.
probably.
Does that name ring a bell?
Yeah, one of them was
Manning.
Peyton. And what's the other ones?
Eli.
Oh, yeah. Eli was a not so much talked about one, right? I don't know.
They both had their Super Bowl wins.
Okay, good for them. So
it was quite the football.
Papa
dynasty.
Manning is 76. Yeah. Bill Lambier, oh man, 68. I've heard this name, basketball. I've heard his name. Why is he so infamous?
He played for the Detroit Pistons during like kind of the Michael Jordan era.
Okay.
And Bill was a big white guy that he was just a dirty player.
Yes.
Would fight.
Yep.
He's probably, 6'9", I'm guessing.
I do remember who you mean now. Yes.
Yeah, he didn't mind getting down and dirty and throwing a punch.
Like he would get right. Like not too many people seemed like they'd get in Jordan's face, but he had no problem. Like just
Detroit and Chicago did not like each other back
That's
in the day.
Singer Sam Smith, 33 years old.
Gross.
Huh?
He's gross.
Who's Sam Smith?
Oh. Look him up.
Okay.
Yuck.
I don't remember.
That's just my opinion. Yuck.
Yuck?
Yeah.
He's an English... Ooh, he's a fruit. Okay. Well...
look him up in his devil outfit.
Yikes. No, I'm good. The sequins dress he's wearing is enough for me. Singer-dancer JoJo Siwa, 22.
Yuck.
Oh, well, she might be now, but had to go see JoJo.
I'm sorry.
Yep, in Chicago.
Okay.
Yep.
How'd that go for you?
It was a Slime Fest.
A Slime Fest?
Concert that included JoJo. That's the main
Nickelodeon or something?
Yeah, Nickelodeon.
Okay.
Slime Fest. That was the main reason we went. Briley's a huge JoJo fan, or was.
Okay.
Back when she was still just a kid's age singer. And yeah, I had to go see JoJo, Pitbull, a few others. But yeah, that was a crazy thing that I can say I went to.
That sounds like something that I would want to self-harm if I had to go
I'll tell you why you would have enjoyed it, though.
Why?
The food trucks they had. Oh, man, were they good. Lobster rolls.
The lobster roll.
Yeah. Let me see your lobster roll. Happy birthday, by the way.
Yeah.
To everybody out there celebrating a birthday. Even
guys
if you're
have
not a
great
celebrity,
birthdays.
your birthday is just as important to us.
Yes.
So go out and make it a great day. Here's to another year around the earth or sun.
Here's to good friends.
You're not really, yeah.
Way to rotate.
Way to rotate
on the earth. That reminds me. Saturday night, I sang the national anthem at the wrestling show.
Right.
I also sang "Happy Birthday." We had one of the former women's wrestlers.
Yeah?
Actually, had a birthday coming up this week. So
Oh.
I made everybody sing happy birthday.
Really?
Yes, I forced them to. We had fun.
Well, did she enjoy it?
She did.
Well, good. That's all that matters.
It was a surprise.
Well,
Her
yeah.
daughter had come up to me before the show and was like, we're going to surprise my mom.
Really?
It's her birthday.
Did
They
she-
didn't know I was going to sing happy birthday.
And then
but-
did the daughter put you in a DDP or something, or
a DDP?
Is that
yes.
one of the moves? I don't know.
Nope, it's not a move. But
It's not. What is DDP?
I mean, a DDT.
Oh,
is a move where you like.
I don't know as much.
DDP was a wrestler. Diamond Dallas Page.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Feel the bang, bang.
I
He's got his own yoga
like
now.
that.
DDP yoga.
Huh. Okay.
Anyway. Want to get weird?
I'd love to.
That is weird.
You know, for it just being us today, we're filling the time
killing
quite
it,
well
baby.
today.
We're killing it.
Orange cats. You ever had an orange
Yes.
cat?
Yes.
I've had some orange cats
Best
too.
cats ever.
Scientists have unraveled why orange cats are orange.
Oh, okay.
You ever met anybody that says orange instead of orange?
Orange.
Orange.
I don't know. I say a lot of words weird, so maybe I say it. Orange.
Turns out that
Root beer.
orange cats are mutants.
They're mutants.
This is according to a report from, everybody's favorite magazine, The Scientific American.
Oh, yeah, yeah. A lot of good stuff in that.
Just reading that yesterday.
Yep.
I was sitting on the toilet. More specifically, orange cats have a particular genetic mutation identified for the first time. As the BBC explains, orange cats have a section of code missing within a gene known as ARHGAP36.
Oh, that makes sense.
I was hoping this would get cleared up.
Yes.
I was doing an in-depth
Right.
study the
Right.
other day on the ARHGAP36 gene, and this finally cleared it up. The finding might help researchers better understand whether the cats are susceptible to particular health problems or whether the mutation might somehow play a role in behavior. Anyway, it's part of a gene that's missing.
So an orange cat is actually a rarity, in other words.
Well, not really a rarity, but a mutant.
A mutant. Because
They also say the gene is located on the X chromosome, which syncs with the fact that most orange cats are male.
Oh.
In case you didn't know that.
So I was going to add, I forgot when I said yes, I've had orange cats. There for a short while, I mean like 3 or 4 year span, I had out in the country 4 or 5 orange cats.
Okay.
I mean, in a row.
Were they
I mean,
all?
They don't all last very long when they're
Were they
out.
all fellas?
Yeah.
We had. So Poopy's dad was an orange cat, actually.
Oh.
What did we call? What was the dad's name? Because Poopy's granddad was Meth. Trying to think what Poopy's dad's
You guys
name
have
was.
no clue how the names that they come up with for their pets. Meth.
Totally drawing a blank. I can see the cat, but anyway.
Can't think of his name, dude.
Can't think of his name.
What's wrong with you?
We've had so many outside cats, and we've got more coming.
Oh.
One of them's Prego outside. So.
Prego.
More cats coming to the Shuttler house for our neighbor to be mad about. Let's go to weight loss drugs. New research shows that GLP-1 weight loss drugs like Wegovy and Ozempic may affect women and men differently, with women experiencing greater weight loss on average.
Oh.
In a study published this past week, researchers analyzed data from over 27,000 patients prescribed what they call GLP-1 receptor agonists. They found that women lost more weight than men after adjusting for age, baseline weight, and dosage. So I guess if you're a woman with Ozempic and some of these weight loss drugs, you might be doing better than the fellas as far as losing weight. So.
Those were 2 stories in a row that had a lot of
science.
Yeah.
A lot of
letters,
big words.
letters and stuff.
Letters,
like the
numbers.
5723.
Yes. So, Reading that will put you to sleep. That's kind of boring.
So will listening to it.
You're saying these stories are
No,
boring?
no. I'm just saying.
Orange cats and
Oh, I like orange
Ozempic?
cats. Ozempic?
Well, if that wasn't interesting enough for you, how about this? Tim Andrews, a patient with end-stage kidney disease, this guy was going to die, underwent an experimental pig kidney transplant back in January at a hospital in Massachusetts, marking a significant advancement in the field of xenotransplantation.
Wow.
After years on dialysis and facing the long wait list for a human donor, currently nearing 90,000 people with typical waits of 3 to 5 years, this guy was in dire need and went for a pig kidney instead. The surgery lasted about 2 hours, concluded ahead of schedule. Doctors reporting that the pig kidney began functioning immediately, improving his blood markers within hours. So maybe more pig kidneys.
I would take a pig kidney if I had to. I wouldn't care.
I mean, you might squeal a little bit.
I already do. On a rare occasion.
People might eat your bacon. And then finally, cybersecurity experts warn that thousands of UK businesses may unknowingly have been infiltrated by hackers. I dealt with my own scammers over the weekend. But these people dealing with hackers following a sophisticated cyber attack that recently targeted a place called Marks and Spencer. According to findings from cybersecurity NCC Group, the attackers exploited a vulnerability in a widely used file transfer.
Oh my gosh.
Transfer software, which allowed them to silently access systems, blah, blah, blah. Other words.
Dude. This stuff is crazy intellectual today. Like, this isn't...
Words are hard.
Yeah, we
darn
don't
it.
do words.
Words are hard.
Wow.
And weird news kind of sucked today. Yeah. It really wasn't that weird.
No.
It was just it was all smart stuff.
Yeah. I don't feel
like
weird.
We don't want smart news on here. We want weird stuff that we can make fun of and laugh at.
Yeah. Man.
All right. Let's try some other things.
Okay.
How about telling stories about the most outrageous falsehoods or lies told to you on a first date? Have you ever told some little lies on a first date, Neil?
Oh, I'm sure. Good grief.
All right, here's some examples. These are examples of stories from lies on a first date that were called into radio stations here recently. The first one goes like this. I went out with a guy who showed me pictures of a few cars I thought he owned, and he picked me up in a Mercedes. Now, this woman says, I wasn't feeling it, so I saw him on the news a while later, arrested for stealing said cars.
Oh, no.
So she went out with a guy in a fancy car.
Whoa.
Which was actually stolen.
Good thing you got out of that one.
Example number 2, lies on a first date. This person says, I didn't know he had false teeth.
Oh, boy.
She says, when he told me he did, he said he had just had them knocked out in a rodeo.
Okay, well, so he's a tough guy.
Then, he must not have been keeping track of his lies.
Oh.
Then, he told her that his dad had knocked them out in a car accident. Then, this guy must be a compulsive liar. He told my friend he had them knocked out in a fist fight. Then,
oh my gosh.
She says, I found out they were rotting because he hated brushing his teeth.
What?
So this guy had false teeth basically because he didn't brush his teeth.
Oh.
And he had to have the rotting teeth.
I would have went with the rodeo thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it made you sound cool. Until then, she wanted to probably go to a rodeo.
Yeah.
And so he had to get out of that one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, yeah. Last example we have of lies on a first date. They say, I told my boyfriend, now husband, that I went to clown school. Why would you say that you went to clown school?
Feeling them out, you know?
Graduated with honors.
Oh, boy.
I might need to read this. Then received the water squirting flower at the top of my class. You know, little.
Right.
She says, honestly, I couldn't believe he believed me. He went on to tell his mom. So she told him that she went to clown.
So she was just playing
school.
with him.
Evidently.
From day one. And she probably knew that there was a little spark.
And now he's her husband. So.
Yeah, now he's probably going to clown school.
Yeah.
Because he's like, man, I've always wanted to be like you.
Water squirting flower.
You always ask me these questions, but so have you ever fibbed on a date for any reason? See, I'm guessing guys, obviously. The woman saying she went to clown school surprises me because normally it's the guy, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I did have a chick lie to me once, but
what was that about?
It was a setup.
Can you tell it?
It was a setup from a mutual friend of ours to have dinner with this girl who she thought would be just a great fit.
Okay.
And when the girl, I got there and I must have been putting off some obvious signs or something, that this wasn't going to be anything for me. And she flat out just said, she told our friend that she was ready to date again. And she told me that she's in a very serious relationship. I'm like, good for you. Stick with it, because you're going to be lucky to get any of them. So.
I don't remember telling any lies on first dates. I need to clarify that. Yeah, I don't recall anything big or nothing that stands out. Our next weird thing is it says accidents happen, but tell us about the time that you got involved in a vehicular incident that left you kind of scratching your head. So, all right, here are some examples of what we're talking about. Some Rubbermaid trash cans. Again, this is weird. All right, so weird things you hit with your car.
Okay.
Some Rubbermaid trash cans flew off the truck in front of me. They say they swerved and crashed into a Volvo. It happened the same day I was laid off from my job. So this person had trash cans flying at them.
Okay.
Be a little scary.
Yeah.
Next person says, my dad drove early in the morning and always got owls stuck in his grill.
Oh, whoa.
Owls.
That's horrible. You're not supposed to ever hit an owl. That's like bad luck and juju and all that stuff.
I think I came close to hitting an owl because it just flew at the windshield one time, but yeah. This person hit plural owls. They also said the same person says they once pulled a squirrel out of a grill.
What?
All right, here's a crazy story. Something I hit was I remember I was driving home from church one time. I was going to church in Keswick and was coming home, and a pheasant came up out of the ditch and was just kind of starting to take flight, but it instead got what was it? It got its head got lodged into some of the plastic siding, not like in the wheel area.
Yeah?
I can't really describe it. But so basically I drug this pheasant from Keswick to Sigourney to the pizza ranch where our mutual friend Vinny just happened to be there. And I was like, dude, can you get this pheasant out of my car? And so he kind of had to dislodge it from the plastic.
Really?
I've got another story, but I'll do this last example. This person says a turkey buzzard came through the windshield and wound up in the passenger seat.
Oh.
Evidently, it was still alive. This person says, I had to let the door open to let them out. And they say that those things stink. So,
really?
Turkey buzzard flying through the windshield.
Yikes.
My other story I was going to tell before I forget was we were on our way home from a concert. I think it was over in Indianola. We were driving home, and there was a dead raccoon in the road.
Yeah.
Or else we hit the raccoon. I don't remember. It's been several
Or
years
else we
now.
hit it.
But we hit it, kept driving. There's nothing you can do. So
Sure.
Drove home, made it home all right.
Right.
Got up the next morning, and this was in Stacy's vehicle. Her tire had gone flat. I looked at it, and there was a bone lodged in the tire that had caused the tire to go flat. So a raccoon bone.
I've heard of that. Like,
flattened the tire.
There was an old guy, boy, can't even remember who it was now, years ago when I first started driving, telling, like, flat out, he was serious. When you see roadkill, try to avoid it because of that. He says, you never know, you might get a bone in your tire. And I thought, come on, you're playing. And no, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
My only weird one was maybe 10 years ago, going down the gravel road, and that deer, it was a young one, and it's running like just along the edge of the gravel road, like not even fast. And I'm thinking, I'm slowing down. Where are you going to go? And last minute, sure enough, he veers in front of me. So I just let off. Neither one of us were going too fast. So I take off. He takes off. And no joke, my youngest son, Seth, was in the truck to witness and verify. We are both going the same speed. And this deer, I'm looking out. I got my arm on the window because my window's down. I'm looking out, and this thing is running right along with me. I'm like, what is happening right now? And he just kept going until he finally went that way. But it's
so
like,
he was racing you.
I don't know. Or he was dumb or high.
He's wanting to talk to you or something.
Yeah. It was.
Did it tell you to roll down the window or anything?
No. Luckily, I already had it down. Yeah, it was awkward. It was. Oof.
Tamara in the comments says we need to ask Dan about his pheasant story.
Okay.
On Friday.
I'll make a note of that.
Pheasant story, Dan. It's 8:32. If you're watching this show live, maybe you're watching it later or listening to it in podcast form. But let's take our last break of the day. Still got plenty to get to. But we'll take our last commercial break here on Just Another Morning Show. Walker Drive-Thru at 820 West Jackson Street, Sigourney, is a locally owned specialty ice cream shop, which also serves sandwiches and appetizer-style foods. Try one of their many delicious Savage Swirls, a Tenderloin, a Savage Right, salads, nachos, sides, and drinks. It's all at Walker Drive-Thru at 820 West Jackson, Sigourney. Follow them on Facebook and find the link to order online. And be sure to try the Steve Shetler Media Flavor of the Week at Walker Drive-Thru. Stop by James Family Greenhouse and Produce in Sigourney. They have a variety of hanging baskets, annuals, shrubs, perennials, trees, mulch, and vegetable plants. Plus, you can spruce up your landscape with yard decor or decorate the inside of your home with home decor. James Family Greenhouse is also a great place to stop in for some gift ideas. You got to stop in and see it all for yourself. James Family Greenhouse at 701 East Jackson in Sigourney. And be sure to follow their page on Facebook.
Attention Iowa business owners. Is your business missing sales because you're too busy to follow up? Every missed call or delayed message could be costing you money. At Easy Biz Tech, we help local businesses stay ahead by automating customer follow-up, so no lead gets left behind. Missed a call? Our system texts back instantly. Need personalized outreach? We send automated texts, emails, and even use AI-powered voice agents to connect with your customers 24/7. Stop losing money because of slow follow-up. Contact Easy Biz Tech today, where Iowa businesses win online.
Complete Care of Iowa is a medical clinic located in Sigourney, Iowa that provides care to patients of all ages. Located at 113 East Marion Street in Sigourney. Call 641-541-4040. Complete Care of Iowa is open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Tuesday and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Saturday by appointment only. They're currently accepting new patients. Find more information at CompleteCareOfIowa.com. Complete Care of Iowa. Healthcare for where you are.
Rocket's Glare Rosé from Tassel Ridge Winery is a refreshing sweet rosé wine with cherry on the nose, bright red cherries on the palate, and green apple on the finish. Rocket's Glare Rosé is a great sipping wine, or it complements your favorite spicy foods. It's best when served well chilled. Rockets Glare Rosé is available at Tassel Ridge Winery and at some of our more than 350 retailers in Iowa. If you don't see Rockets Glare Rosé at your favorite store, ask the manager to get it for you.
Bountiful produce, quality meats, frozen favorites, and a fresh bakery. These are the qualities of Brothers Market in Sigourney. Brothers Market is proud to serve the Sigourney community and is one of several locations in Iowa, Kansas, and Missouri. For any of your grocery, meat, deli, bakery, or special order needs, shop Brothers Market at 118 South Main Street in Sigourney. Brothers Market was honored at the 2024 Iowa Hunger Summit for its efforts to serve underprivileged and disadvantaged communities. Brothers Market, a piece of the community you can count on.
Hey, we do thank Brothers Market in Sigourney for being our headline sponsor, and we thank Osky Dental for sponsoring our studios. Just another morning show here on Steve Shetler Media Facebook and YouTube. Steve and Neil hanging out with you on a Monday. It seems like it's early still. Like it's dark, it's dreary. We've been getting spoiled with sunshine here lately. But kind of a dark and dreary. We need the rain. Obviously, need some rain.
Oh, yeah. Again, hopefully we don't end up with like massive amounts because we don't need that either. Oh, man.
Goodness.
Wow.
All right.
I wish I could stand up.
Oh, no. Well, we're glad that you can. How about we'll run through a few more random things here before we get into like files of law disorder and some other things. How about this? When you meet someone for the first time, the way you meet or the way you greet them can set the tone for the entire interaction. So here are things not to say when you first meet somebody. Don't tell them, and don't say this, you look tired.
Oh, well, duh.
You look tired. How about this one? You're shorter than I expected.
Oh, boy.
I usually get you're taller than I expected. People, for some reason, people don't maybe look at this stuff and they don't realize that I'm like 6'2".
I know.
Don't you do that? Or how about don't start a conversation with a new person saying, so what's your deal?
Well, this sounds like people that have never scored.
Wow, you're late.
Oh, man.
You remind me of my ex.
Oh, boy.
How about let's cut to the chase? I mean, I'm kind of a let's cut to the chase type of a person, but I wouldn't start a conversation with a new person by saying that.
Right.
Let's get this over with. I kind of felt that way yesterday when I was on the phone with the scammer. Right? Immediately, I was like, let's get this over with. All right, so those are things not to say when you first meet somebody. How about would you like to go through facts that don't seem true but they are? Or would you rather go with what your sneeze says about you?
I want to know about the sneeze.
The sneezes?
Because I had one earlier there that it went away.
Yeah.
Most of my sneezes are so random and it just like is earth shaking.
Yeah. So they say you probably don't realize it, but you have a sneezing style that blows the cover off your personality. So your sneeze, the way you sneeze and the way you rev your car up on the square here in Sigourney tells a lot about your personality. Polite sneezers.
Yeah.
They say they're quick to reach for a tissue to cover their noses when they're overtaken by a sneeze. They're careful, accurate, and often find mistakes that others miss as far as their personality.
Really?
They say people that are polite sneezers are insightful, like to spend time by themselves, and they think deeply. So polite, maybe. Is that a polite sneezer?
I guess. Grabbing the tissue. I forget you should probably do that.
I just let it fly.
Well, if nobody's around, you bet.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
All right, so boomers. If you have a booming sneeze, I think I would. Yeah, I'm a booming sneeze, and I'm the type. Maybe you are too. You can let me know. I sneeze in twos.
Oh, see, I don't. Okay, nope, I'm not one of those people.
If I sneeze once, there's always going to be a follow-up.
Okay.
I'd say 95% of the time.
Okay.
So if you have a booming sneeze, they say people that emit loud, powerful sneezes, they're charismatic, natural leaders, and unconventional thinkers. They inspire others and value relationships. They're spontaneous and get along well with new people in their lives. Is that me? What do you think?
A little bit.
Are you what kind of sneeze do you think you have?
I was going to say about that, but
boomers?
Yeah, I mean, mine's more exaggerated.
Okay.
Is there any more?
Well, we've got gentle and we've got abrupt.
What's abrupt?
All right. Abrupt sneezers say they do it quickly and get it over with in a hurry.
Oh, no.
As far as the sneezing.
Yeah.
They say they're impatient, decisive, and quick to get to the point.
Nope.
Well, that's kind of contradictive. They're impatient, but they're decisive.
Huh.
Well, yeah. All right, never mind. They're leaders who can be forceful and commanding when necessary.
Huh.
Abrupt sneezers. Achoo!
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Achoo! Gentle sneezers. They are noiseless sneezers and would rather stifle a sneeze than risk offending anyone. How, like those people that like plug their nose.
You can blow your eyeballs out doing that.
Let the sneeze out.
Or your eardrums.
They say they're friendly people and relaxed and go out of their way to avoid conflict. Relationships are the most important thing in their lives and they're loyal friends. They enjoy helping and nurturing others. Gentle sneezers.
See, they need one more. The boom / exaggerated.
All right.
Because mine, especially depending on who's around. It depends on who's around. Yeah, I'll make a bigger deal out of it than it needs to be. You know, I might even like get all moving around and everything.
So there's physical interaction.
Oh yeah. I mean, life is too short to not have fun.
With sneezes?
So with anything. So even if it comes down to a sneeze, let's make it enjoyable. You know? I mean, come on. Any kind of noise is just more fun.
Okay.
Just saying.
We still have some time for facts that don't seem true, but they are.
Okay.
Let's go through a few of these. They say the day that Michael Jackson's hair caught fire. You remember that?
Yep.
Was he doing a Pepsi commercial?
Pepsi commercial, yeah.
So the day that Michael Jackson's hair caught fire was the exact middle of his life to the day.
What?
I don't know who looked back on this.
And it's not like it's hard to figure out and this and that, but wow.
But he was exactly halfway through his life on the day that his hair caught fire.
That's messed up.
Here's something. Again, it doesn't seem true, but it is. The United States is only 2.4 miles away from Russia.
That one
with Alaska
surprises me.
2.4 miles away from Russia. So if they want to invade, technically, if they want to invade the United States, just go through Alaska.
Yep. Well, but then they'd have an off time getting through Canada. They'd be like, hey, you hosers, not here. Go back.
Hey.
Let's
see here. It's estimated that viruses kill about 50%. Well, that's boring. Who cares? 50% of ocean biomass every 4 days. Yeah, I don't care.
Well, the oceans are important too, Steve. They have a lot of life in them.
Cheetahs are technically small cats. They meow like house cats and can't roar. A cheetah.
Oh, like a lion or a tiger.
So they're technically small cats.
Well, I would say big cats, but
cheetah, they meow.
Huh.
And they can't roar.
I sort of want a cheetah now.
Orcas are natural predators to moose.
Huh?
An orca whale
what?
is a natural predator to a moose. Moose often swim between Arctic islands, and they are vulnerable, and orcas tend to get them.
Well, that is an odd one.
Yeah. And then we'll do we'll do 2 more of these. 3 more of these. I'm finding more as I go. We talked about cloud weight. Like the weight of clouds. Yep. They say a typical cumulus cloud weighs 1.1 million pounds. That doesn't make sense. It's like gas and air and stuff. They say a typical cumulus cloud weighs 1.1 million pounds.
What do you suppose them big black clouds up there weighing, Steve?
I'd say a good few 100,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hope they don't fall on Earth.
How do you figure that out?
Yeah, I don't get that. Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who Netflix was founded by? What company?
No.
What company Netflix was? Google.
Wait, what?
That's what it says. Netflix was found. Oh, no. Scratch that. Rewind. Delete. Wrong. Wrong information.
How do they even figure that, Steve?
All right, next one.
Yeah.
Netflix was founded before Google.
Oh.
Not by Google.
Before
Google. That's weird.
Wow.
So, I mean, obviously, Netflix, it used to be like get the DVDs through the mail type of a thing.
Yeah, and games.
And now it's just streaming.
Right.
So, yeah, before...
But that surprises me.
Yeah, streaming and all that stuff. Yeah. Netflix was around before Google.
What is... When I click, you go. Why are you not going? There you go. Thank you.
You looking up something?
Yeah, I want to... Okay, there's just real first question. 1998 is when Google was founded.
1988?
1998.
Okay.
So, let's do this. And...
Neil's doing
Why
some
is the
deep
computer
research.
acting weird? Oh, a year before it. Netflix was opened a year before.
By the way, our buddy Iowa country singer Drew Fry is in the comments.
He
Drew,
is?
Drew, good to see you again.
Hey.
By the way, Drew, send me your first single. Email it to me. Dropbox it to me, pal. I want that first single.
He's not good at polite sneezes. Nobody cares when it's allergies. They expect it. That this time of year, you're going to hear those random just...
Finally today, and things that are true, but you don't realize are true, the Ethiopian calendar. I mean, I always get my Ethiopian calendar out at home. I get one for Christmas every year. I'm kidding. I don't have an Ethiopian calendar. And I'm definitely not from Ethiopia. If you saw me in person, you could tell. The Ethiopian calendar, I'm fat. Ethiopians aren't fat.
Oh, right. Yeah. Right.
The Ethiopian calendar is 7 years behind the rest of the world.
Huh?
I don't know.
Well, that's why they're all skinny.
Because they're playing catch up with their weight.
Yeah.
So the Ethiopian calendar.
Oh, it's because their calendar has 13 months.
Okay, so they're just always falling behind.
Oh, so, 13 months with 12 months of 30 days and a 13th month that has 5 days. Huh.
Right.
That is ridiculous.
Got a few minutes here left. Let's go to the files of law and disorder. In some disorder... This is a good one.
Oh, boy.
Homeland Security...
Yeah?
Considering a reality show for citizenship.
Oh, my.
A reality show pitch with the potential for dicey politics. Yeah, the Department of Homeland Security considering participating in a reality show where immigrants compete for U.S. citizenship.
Compete?
According to the Wall Street Journal. Maybe it'll be like Hunger Games.
Right. Oh, no.
They say, quote, it's in the very beginning stages of the vetting process, a DHS spokeswoman tells the newspaper, confirming an original report in the Daily Mail. The idea comes from writer and producer Rob Wersoff, best known for Duck Dynasty. And, all right, I was just saying Hunger Games off the top of my head. They say, quote, this isn't the Hunger Games for immigrants. Says he envisions several contestants traveling around the country, competing in various competitions keyed to a particular state, like log rolling in Wisconsin. They say at the end of the competition, the winner gets sworn in as an American citizen at the U.S. Capitol.
Oh, my.
We'll see if that happens.
What would you call that? Some old timers would say, what a farce. You know, what are we're taking?
I mean, they should at least have to say like the Pledge of Allegiance.
Well, yeah.
At the end.
I'm guessing you have to learn a few things more than just the pledge, and I think they got to study at least the Constitution. But no, go do some log rolling.
Some corn shucking.
Yeah.
Whatever
Go
else.
eat some New York pizza.
Yeah.
A whole pizza to yourself.
Yes.
What would they come to Iowa and do?
Well, Nebraska'd probably be shucking corn.
No, they always say they're the corn state. But
probably working on a farm somewhere.
Right.
Get in there with the pigs.
Right.
Cows.
Throw them in a hog confinement.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, not this again. Seems
go work at JBS.
Yeah.
Strange law. Let's undig ourselves out of that hole.
Okay.
Here's a strange law. In California, it was initially illegal to have caller ID due to privacy regulations in California. Of course, everybody has caller ID now. But California, man, I can see that.
They're just scared in California. They're scared of everything.
Good news coming. Let's go to the duh.
Duh.
In some duh, a 3-vehicle collision in Texas ended with one car crashing into a townhouse, injuring several people and causing property damage. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
A surveillance footage camera captured a vehicle speeding through an intersection, striking two others, before veering off-road and slamming into the residential structure. I got like hiccups coming up out of me or something.
Hello.
Hi. Authorities reported that at least 3 individuals were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, so somebody ran into a house, it sounds like.
Haven't you ever wondered...
Nope.
There's certain highways, roads, whatever you want to... Anyway, there's houses set in a very... I would say a position that I would never want to live in that home.
Yeah.
Like, you pull off... I'm thinking of one... trying to remember where it is, doesn't matter, but like you come off a T, and like when you come off this T road, you're facing a house. Like at the stop sign, it's a house right across the road.
I think it's over coming out of Kyoto. Somebody has a house coming, like if you're heading west out of Kyoto.
Yeah.
Somebody has a house, and then there's like a kind of a big fence.
Yes. Yep, like a guardrail type thing in their front yard.
Basically, don't run into my house.
I mean, yeah, like that. Somebody falls asleep or, a little tiki-tiki,
A little deeky-deeky.
Run right into your house. Wouldn't that be a nice... Sitting there on the couch, watching Netflix, saying, I remember when it was founded in 1997.
Right before Google.
And then here comes a truck pulling right into your living room.
I'd say
that
so.
would not be cool.
That wouldn't be good news, but we do have good news next. And some good news. That's kind of a Donald Trump dance that I just did.
Oh, my.
Officially old.
Old.
Some good news. An 8-year-old boy in Ontario has made a remarkable discovery that could rewrite a piece of maritime history. 2023 Lucas Atchison unearthed a spike protruding from the sand while testing his birthday gift, a metal detector.
Cool.
Upon further digging with his dad, Jason, they uncovered more spikes attached to wooden beams. Realizing the significance of what they were looking at, they reported the find to park staff, and archaeologists now believe the wreckage that they were stumbling upon may be the St. Anthony, a schooner that sank back in 1856 while transporting wheat from Chicago to Buffalo.
That's cool.
Kind of an interesting story there.
Yeah.
So, make sure... Oh, good news. I didn't even talk about who our sponsor was, Neil. I'm such a goof.
What in the world? I didn't look. I just assumed you had it up already.
No.
Oh.
Thanks, Jay.
That deserves another play.
Here.
Good news.
Good news. Good news. Brought to us by Jay Dennis, Bridalwood Midwest Insurance, where Medicare is made easy. Give Jay a call. Give him a call.
There you go.
319-471-3328. If you want to get that full good news story, get all of the juicy details on it.
Juicy.
Find it on Facebook, on my Facebook page. It goes up 7:45 each weekday morning. And then finally, top box office results from over the weekend. Neither one of us went to the movies.
Nope.
I can't remember the last time I was in a theater.
Nope.
It has been a long time. A new Final Destination is out there. When will these movies ever end?
Well,
Final Destination
what are they-
movies have been around forever.
Oh, yeah.
At least 20 years, wouldn't you think?
I mean, how many? What does it have a number? Like which one this is?
This is just called Bloodlines. They don't even bother putting a number with them anymore. Final Destination Bloodlines brought in $51 million over the weekend. That was the debut weekend for this latest Final Destination.
Huh.
$51 million. Your number one movie, Thunderbolts, the new Marvel movie, brought in 16.5. It has amassed 155.4 million so far. So for a Marvel movie or a Marvel movie, for a Marvel movie, it's made all right money, but definitely not your normal Marvel amount. Sinners. That movie continues to hang around.
I'm
Must be good.
thinking I might need to see this movie.
15.4 million for this weekend,
Yeah.
bringing its total so far to nearly 241 million.
Huh.
Minecraft still hanging around at number 4, brought in just under 6 million for the weekend. Its total over 416 million.
Wow.
That has to be the biggest movie, at least money-wise, so far this year. Your number 5 movie, The Accountant 2 with Ben Affleck, just 4.9 million. It's only brought in 59 million, and it's...
I don't know if I even heard much about that movie. Ben Affleck's in the new movie?
It's kind of a bomb. And then
Okay.
6 through 10 all had 3.3 million or less. Hurry Up Tomorrow, Friendship, Clown in a Cornfield.
I still wonder if that's any good.
Until Dawn, and The Amateur. Yeah. Not many people going to the movies. Again.
Back to your Final Destination movies, I guess there's only been 6.
What?
It says there are 6 Final Destination movies.
It seems like there's a new one like every other year.
I know, but it says 6. The franchise started in 2000. And 2025 marks the end with Final Destination.
Bloodline.
Well, as of right now, so who knows?
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's like the Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually there was one point you're thinking, well, this is over. I mean, it has to be because the main dude's not there.
Yeah.
But nope, it just keeps going.
Final Destination.
Finaler. Well, it'd be like, look at all these rock bands. I shouldn't say just rock bands, but majority of these tours that are the final tour, or
then they're back again.
They have like the 3 or 4 final tours.
Yeah.
Like the Rolling Stones, I don't know why they ever put that out there. That's their retirement tour, because they're never gonna retire.
Never.
Keith Richards, I mean, he's been here for 1,000 years, so
Yeah.
why would he leave now?
Hey, you can hear in the background, the courthouse across the street is dinging, but they're always 2 minutes early.
Yeah,
so we
clock's
do
off.
still officially have 2 minutes to go. You want to jog over to the
Yeah.
weather lab?
Oh, yeah,
one
we
last
need to
time?
do
Get
that.
over there. Get over there. Give us that forecast. Yeah.
Wow. Today's forecast brought to you by the Garden Gate. You know, every day it is brought to you by them, and that's why we appreciate them. They proudly have been serving this county and the area for 28 plus years. All kinds of stuff at the Garden Gate. Just stop on in and see old CDD. She'll set you up. Tomorrow night, and Wednesday. A chance of showers, possible thunderstorms throughout. Honestly, that's for the next 2 days.
Being honest.
Yeah, just chance of rain. Let's see. Today is 50%. Tonight and into tomorrow is 100%. 90% tomorrow. 40% tomorrow night. So there's a good chance we're going to get wet. 67 for your high today. Tonight, low around 55. Where am I at? 69 for your Tuesday. Low of 48 on Tuesday night. And a high only of 57 on Wednesday. And by the way, it's going to be breezy on top of all that. So I hope you enjoyed your weekends, because what was that supposed to, like, going to Arby's?
That's your weather.
It's a dreary, rainy,
damp forecast.
and breezy forecast. I'm sorry, I don't make
need
them
the
up.
Rain. We need the rain, though.
Yep.
Need the moisture, so that's good.
Yeah, sometimes it gets dry. That's no good.
Let's get out of here, Neil.
We probably should.
Let's get.
Have a great Monday.